Of course, when we start, you start fiddling with the mic.
I'm so sorry.
You set? You good?
I am.
You're fine. All right, ready?
Done. Yes.
All right, just ignore me for a second. Ready, Monty? Yes. Oh, no Shanti again, everyone. So sorry. But I told you last week on our Instagram stories that she would not be joining us. And that's okay. That is okay. You want to know why? Because I have eaten half of an edible. It's going to be a fun Antoinette episode. And I am joined by Shanti and I. Oh, is my window open? No. Oh, sorry. I am joined. Let me start that again. It was so loud for a second. Hold on. All right, go ahead. Because I am joined by one of Shanti and our bestie, best friend. You hear us talk about her all the time. Y'all actually mentioned her. This is not her first time being on the podcast. She was a guest. I don't remember the name of the episode or when it was, but it was a really popular episode. And now she's going to be a guest co-host. So shout out to Amanda, holding it down. Say hi.
Hey.
Listen, talk to me, child.
All right. I didn't know when I could speak because last time I spoke too early or something.
No, well, you can speak. But y'all, Amanda is, I'm going to let you intro yourself too because I want you to plug your Instagrams and all of that jazz. But Amanda and I have been best friends since 14. Amanda was the first person I met when we were officially started school because her last name is, can I say your last name?
Yeah.
Or her last name is an H as well. They don't need to know your damn last name. And my last name is an H, so we were sitting next to each other in our little, what was that? Assembly. Like our welcome freshman year assembly.
In a cafeteria or something like that.
No, it was in the theater. I remember. It was in the theater because I remember you were sitting on this side of me and I was like, who's this little lady? You were so little. You were so fucking little. I was. And we just got to talking and now look at us. Can't get rid of me. Can't get rid of me. So Amanda's in Philly right now. Yes. We're going to get in. Yes, she's in Philly right now, holding it down. Mother of my godson. She has the firstborn of our friend group. She was the first mama, first one to do it.
Yep, first one.
Breaking barriers.
I was the first one of everything. I was the first one of my sisters too. It was just fast.
No. Well, here's the thing. Amanda's pregnancy also, I think your pregnancies were probably the only ones that weren't surprises. They were planned, right? Sean was planned. You told us.
I did one Sean, yeah.
I was about to say.
Girl, you because I don't remember that.
I remember
I was in.
Girl, I remember you telling us, like, I'm ready to have a baby. I just have all this love.
I did want to have
and I remember being like, girl, get a dog. What you talking about? Like, it's a responsibility.
I should have listened.
No.
No, I love my
You figured it out.
Now that I have them. I don't put
You figured it out.
Yeah.
I know that's right. We'll get into that. Yes. We'll get into all that. But first, I'm going to get into some updates, and then we're going to shoot on over to Amanda for some updates, and I want you to tell the people more about yourself, and I'm gonna ask you some questions about some very exciting things that you're doing.
Yes, absolutely.
My first update is that I'm just excited to have you on. I'm always excited for people to be able to interact with anyone in our friend group, because the listeners feel like a bit like a little part of it because they hear us come on here talking and kikiing about what we've done the past weekend and what's going on in our lives. And of course, our girlfriends are always included in that. Mm-hmm. But the second update is that I'm going through Shanti withdrawal, like heavy, heavy Shanti withdrawal. And you know what? It's so crazy because I'm like, we don't live in the same state. But because of the podcast, her and I have to talk so often.
And see each other more than anybody in the group.
and
Y'all
see each
more.
other. We have to. And then you also have like sending memes back and forth. Just like a lot. There has been close to no interaction with Shanti. And it's, if I do interact with her, it's really, really quick because she's off somewhere filming something, doing something fabulous and busy. And I am like being so needy. And you know what it is? I think I'm mad too because I know other people that are also there, multiple people who are like texting me about her and saying how dope she is. And I like have this FOMO and I'm just so jealous. Like, why are you guys with her? And it's not like, why are you guys with her? But like, I sent some really fire ass memes to her in the DM and she did not respond. And I was like, whoa.
Oh my God.
That's a different level of busy for Shanti, I must say. If she's not responding to the memes, because usually if I need her, if she's ignoring me, y'all just give you some insight on her. I will call her. She will not answer. Then I will text. And usually if the text is like jokey or if the text is like nonsense and girls talk, she will respond. If the text is about work or I'm trying to organize something or get an answer out of her or there's like a deadline we need to hit or I saw like a mistake and it's something that we need to note, the way she will ghost that thing and
you're
not
overwhelming her. She don't got an answer yet. She gotta think about it.
No, girl. It's sometimes it's not. Sometimes it's not a question, or sometimes it's like, "Hey, are we still recording at this time?" Ignore it. But I'll open Instagram and my DMs will be flooded, and she's like actively sending them, and I'm like, "I know you're on your phone. I know that you see."
She don't want to think about. The mindless stuff she can do right away, but it's something she got to think about. She's just like,
girl. So when she ignores the DM, that's how I know that it's getting serious. That she's actually really busy. So shout out to her. I miss her very much. I'm happy that everybody who I know there is loving her and just like super impressed with her. And that didn't surprise me at all. And it's for the listeners, what she's doing is deeply connected to the episode where she was talking. Well, basically, she was saying that she was scared, that she was having self-doubt and all this stuff. And I heard Sister Girl, that she killed it. From numerous people, they hit me like, yo, that girl is no joke. She came through with the come through, wildly professional, and she's very dope. So I'm just elated, and I hope that this experience helps her roll her shoulders back a little bit more. You know, stand real tall.
Rooms. Yes, I keep telling her, step into those rooms. You deserve to be there. So I hope that this practice of stepping into the room and seeing what it can do is going to excite her and, you know, suppress that anxiety and uplift that feeling of like, oh shit, yeah, let me step into it.
I'm here. Yeah. And it was funny when she told me when she got there, she was like, everybody knew me.
Yes,
everybody knew of me. And I was like, yeah,
Shanti.
You the shit. You the shit. And not knew her through Around the Way Curls, knew her through the Sable Collective. So shout out to her.
She's out
I know. We gonna get into it. Taking leaps of faith, child. We gonna get into it.
We miss you,
all right, Amanda. I know. What are you? I'm about to cry. What are you? What you got going on? I heard you had stuff going on. Amanda, first and foremost, who are you? Outside of who you are to me, who are you?
That's such a deep question. Who
ain't it? And I said it like it was nothing. Who are you, girl? What you want the people to know about you?
Should I be ashamed that I don't have an immediate?
No, that's a complete. If somebody asked me that, I'd be like, "Oh, shut up! I'm a human."
I'd
be like, "Oh, chill."
I'm a spiritual being. And
I know that's right. Amen. And best answer yet. Okay.
Yeah. No, I am. I am me. I am trying to figure that out every day. I am a mommy. I am a teacher. Which is something that I'm,
You are a teacher. That's what you do for work.
That's what I do for work. That's what I do for work. And I love my kiddos and all of that, but that's what I do for work. I am a singer. I am a singer. I am a performer. I love the drama. Give me all the drama. I love the stage. I love performing. Put a mic in front of me and I am going to give you drama, honey.
Yes. Yes.
So that is who I am. I am just trying to figure out what that looks like and what that means in 2023 and on and beyond. I'm trying to figure out, I am definitely in a place in my life where I am trying to reinvent myself and figure out who I am. I am leaving an old life, letting go of an old life, letting go of an old person. And I've been doing that for probably the last 4 years. And in me doing that is coming out of that is creativity. Coming out of that is reaching goals that I talked about for years and I'm finally seeing come to pass. And the most amazing part about it is not even realizing that if it's a year or 2 years, it's still in the making. And it's actually still happening. And I don't think I realized that until this grand moment that I just had where I actually finally released my first single. Yeah.
This is huge. I want to say that this is huge because when you get to our big age, we got a lot of younger listeners. And they'd be like, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm 28 confused. I'm like, girl, you're going to be confused for a long time. When you get to our age, right? Amanda has 2 children. Not 1, but 2. Okay? She's a single mom out here doing her thing, a teacher, making life happen for herself and for her young ones. And so what you have to understand is that, like, I think about it and I think about how I've abandoned my art. And this is a part of, I think, my art, right? Podcasting, I don't, there's always been a part of me that, like, even when I was singing, that I just felt like there needed to be a message or a story or some kind of intention behind it, right? It was never just like, oh, I have the most beautiful voice, which I don't. I got a good voice, but it was all about how I deliver the message. For me, that was what I prided myself on.
You do have a beautiful voice, though.
Thank you very much, kind soul.
Boom.
But
boom.
Boom. But so I have this outlet and I still have this thing that's tugging at my heartstrings of like, girl, you have a gift that you are not using. And maybe Shanti said a week ago, it's false for us to believe that women can have everything. And there were a lot of people who commented and was like, you can, just not all at once. And so that's why I'm like, yeah, it's like, maybe it's not my season for that. Maybe that's coming. Yes. Maybe so I'm trying to be open to that. But I say all that to say, I digress. I say all that to say that I know what it is. And I personally watched you struggle with finding the balance between mothering, between having 2 adults, between getting your master's in order to have an increased income, like all the things. Yeah. And maintaining who you are and your art. And there was, from what I witnessed, from what we've talked about, there was a lot of guilt. There was a lot of shame. There was a lot of sadness. There was a lot of disconnect. And I'm just so happy that you're at this moment because I've watched you over the last 4 years talk about it slowly. You would creep into the studio and not really tell anybody. And we were like, what you doing? What you doing? Huh? Where you at? And so it was just like, oh, okay, like and funding this on your own, which is not fucking easy. It's very expensive. Studio time is not cheap. Production is not cheap. Getting things cleared is not cheap. Yeah. So I salute you, and I really want you to sit in this moment and in the pride of like just doing it for yourself, because I feel like it's a lifeline. It's like it's necessary, and when you cut it off, you're just so fucking fragmented.
Yes.
Right?
Yes, very
so
much
can you talk to me? Can you talk to us about that? Can you talk about like what it was like when you weren't doing your art? What if there was a moment or moments that made you like, no, I have to shift. I have to do this. And now why? Like, why is now the time?
Right. First of all, thank you. I am holding back my tears because I'm a thug and I refuse to cry.
No, girl, cry on the internet, girl. We do that here.
I know. I probably will.
I be getting people to cry. I'm gonna get one thug tear, baby.
And maybe. I told you that, yeah. My friends specifically, I just said this in our group text, but I said, and I think I said this to Shanti too in a voice message, that and this is just a side note, I'm gonna get to that, but when y'all speak, when my soulmates speak, I don't care what anybody else says, but it's something about when y'all say, oh, that song was good, or you did good, or you did, girl, you need to look at that one more time. Like, or the inspiration.
You just get quiet, like it's okay.
Yeah,
like, that's very different than girl, this is fire.
Yes. Yeah. So it's like when you guys speak, whether it's affirmations, encouragement, critique, it means the world. Like I just look at y'all and I get so emotional and I want to cry. So when y'all say these things, everything that everybody's been saying, especially because y'all know, oh my God, look, see, you gonna mess my makeup up, child.
Yes.
Y'all know, look, that's so annoying.
18 minutes in.
18 minutes in, you're so ignorant for that.
Got it.
No, y'all know my journey, and you guys know. I think that's the thing, because we know each other. We know what we've been through, and we know, what our small accomplishments, big accomplishments, our steps forward, our steps back. We know what it means to our lives. Yeah. So, anyway, thank you. I love you. Everything you said is beyond true. Everything you said holds so much weight, and it's funny because what you just said, that somebody said you can have it all, but in different things. I keep saying to different people that my thing is, I want to live more than one life in this one lifetime. That's my thing. I keep saying that because I realized, okay, I had my childhood life. I had the craziness that was my young years, that was like filled with all kinds of craziness. And then I lived the life of a college, student, and, pledging and all that kind of stuff. And
shout out your sorority.
Oh, yes, Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated, Alpha Pi Chapter, baby. My line sisters, I love them. 34.
I don't know what that means, but ooh.
They know what it means.
Shout out to y'all. Go ahead.
Shout out through the storm, baby, through the storm. And then some kind of way I ended up living the life of a wifey. And a mom.
What that mean?
That means where you are a wifey is somebody who is acting like they are married and doing everything a married woman does for a man and her family, but she ain't married. She ain't. She's a girl who's a friend.
No.
She's a girlfriend. Not a wife. So I think we get that confused, and I think we need to start defining that and defining what comes with each one of those labels instead of meshing it all together, ladies.
Baby, that's a whole other episode.
It's a whole other episode, okay? So, but yes, in that time of where I found myself in that place, because like you said, I did get to a space where my family was kind of falling apart. And you guys were my family. You guys were my solid family. But my actual family was crumbling beneath, that foundation was crumbling beneath my feet. So I did not realize at the time that I was searching for family. I was searching for family because I was basically only close to my mom and my dad. Like we didn't have like, oh, I'm super close to my aunts, uncles, and cousins and all of that. It was just us. So when they fell apart, especially the way they fell apart, I didn't realize that I was looking for a replacement. And that's where that want for having a child came from, having a man as a protector came from. And I was so hell-bent on filling that void that I didn't see so many red flags. 50 million. I saw them, but I excused them because that desire for love and foundation and family surpassed that. So during that time, I went through a lot, and I went through a lot, and the thing that I remember the most is that I stopped singing. I literally couldn't sing. I would want to, but it was almost like I would not allow myself to sing. I actually
All right, can I pause real fast?
Yes.
I need y'all to understand what Amanda not singing, why that's such a big deal. Amanda didn't shut her mouth when we met. She was always singing and has a beautiful, like, Amanda had that voice in high school where, you need somebody to do the Whitney solo or the Shaka solo, just gonna go up and hit them notes and hold them and have all of the proper training and technique. That's who you was gonna go call and get. Amanda used to tear that school down with her voice. And then you had Jasmine somewhere just doing a whole bunch of riffs with a very low voice at that time, just going crazy. And so the two of you in our group,
it was like my manager. Remember, I was doing shows, I was doing TV shows.
Amanda wasn't even have to wait. Right, you weren't in school some of the time because you would have excused absences to go tour. Yeah. So you have to understand, when we saw the shift, it's like a death. It's like, and I hesitate to say that it's who you are, right? But I think it's deeply connected to what you offer the world, what your gift is. And so it's vitally important for you to share. And if you don't, and you're not offering your God-given gift, there's such a void, right?
There's a suffocation. There's a void. There's a suffocation. Like I literally got to a place where I felt like I was being suffocated. It is definitely a void. It's definitely this feeling of just being super detached from spirit. Like I really felt like this is whatever definition you have of like spirit and what your soul is and all that kind of stuff. It is deeply connected to my gift, the gift that God gave me. So the further away I got from using it, and the further I am from using, I feel like something is missing. I feel empty. And that is how I connect to people. That is how because when I get on that stage, like you said, you love to tell a story. That is a part of your art and the way that you project that art. That's my thing too. Like I need to connect. I need to tell a story. That's why I said, give me the drama, because that is what makes me feel fulfilled. And so like you said, to say that I stopped singing meant for me in a way, losing my breath, like not
And that
being
was
able to breathe.
for years. How many years
That
was it that
was
you went without honoring your gifts?
that was about 13 years. That was 13
13.
years. About 13
Yeah.
years. The crash and burn came around like I think 12, and then yeah, about 13 years. And longer than that, really, if you said, because I'm just child. Little by little, like I'm telling you, I wouldn't even sing in the car by myself.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I started being afraid that people were looking at me, and this is me going from just belting everywhere to it was like a form of punishment in a way or something. I don't know. The two things I know that I shut down was I could no longer sing. I wasn't allowing myself to sing, and I did not know how to pray anymore. I couldn't figure out how to pray. And as a child, I had a very close relationship, just a spiritual relationship with God. I used to talk to God all the time. I used to write God, and I used to go outside in nature. And like I had a spiritual connection with God. And I got to a place where I just put myself in a shell. I disconnected from people. Y'all wouldn't let me fully disconnect, but I disconnected from my line sisters. I disconnected from you guys as much as possible. I was punishing myself for the decisions that I made because I felt like I changed the trajectory of my life. And there were many times when I felt like, okay, it's going to be worth it. It's going to pay off. And eventually I won't be so upset with myself for the
You mean with
decisions
the
that
family
I made.
that you were
Yes.
fostering?
Yes. I felt like, eventually my family is going to come together. I'm not going to be dealing with a man who is, doing his thing every 5 seconds. Right. And, that eventually we were going to be this picture perfect family that I was working so hard for. And I think the more of a reality became that I wasn't going to win. That was the hardest thing for me to accept. I'm a competitive person. I'm a fighter. Like I will figure it out. If it's something that I want or something that I put my all into and I sacrifice for, I'm gonna figure out how to make it work. So to have to step down and say, I this did not work was what took me so long to leave. I tried every avenue. I tried you know what I mean? I did everything that I could to try to come out on the other side. But what I am now realizing is that it wasn't a loss. That was the win. That was the win. Being able to let go and accept that was because maybe I was just meant to bring these two boys forth. Whatever was supposed to happen, happened. And it was time for me to let go so that I can go live another life in this one lifetime. I did that. So that's the stage that I'm in now. And I left that situation probably like 4 years ago, but I didn't realize that when it's 13 years of layers, you are breaking up or cutting through those layers. It takes a while. It's not like it takes a while. It takes a while, and I didn't realize that either. And I'm still cutting layers, but as I'm doing that, I'm like, wow, wait a minute. I'm realizing that I woke up one day and was like, what am I doing in Philly? I'm living somebody else's life. I'm not even sure if this is where I want to be. I have to figure out who I am all over again. But in that time, in that process, I decided like, okay, the one thing I know is that I want to get back to music. I want to sing again. And even if nothing comes from this single, which I hope and pray it does, this single or the next, it's just the fact that I got it done, that I did it, that I
You feel good doing it. You're returning home, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Let's take a break. We're going to take a break and have some messages. And then when we get back, I want to play the single if that's okay. At least a snippet. Yeah. That's okay with you?
Of course, okay. Girl.
And then I want to talk about that. Talk about those words. But then I also want to ask you, I, of course, found some journal prompts about art and artistry. So I'd like for us to do that because I actually have something that's been sticking in my head that Miss Pam said to us when we were in the hospital, and I want to honor that in this conversation as well. So we're gonna take a break. I'm gonna do my best not Ashanti. I'm gonna do my best Shanti. After these messages, we'll be right back. Woo.
I love it.
She be singing down on here, girl. She's like, after these messages.
She's the singer.
She's the one that sings on here. And I just do the annoying, like, yes, she sings everything. It cracks me up.
That girl was, she's been singing with us from day one. She will come in.
It was when we first heard her sing Halo. That was when we was like, she was like, I can see a halo. It was like, she was singing this. I will never forget that as long as I live. But then she hit that one run, and we were like,
wait, hold up. She did. Let me find out you've been practicing.
She's got that finger.
Yeah. Oh,
in the head.
We gotta go out.
Oh God, I know.
Zach I have to ask you guys about that, talk about that too. But Zach is trying to help me with some indie promo. It's going to cost me money though, so I have to, But it sounds good. But one of the things is a TV show.
You asked Jazz.
I'm going to ask her first before I already had the phone conference with
her. I almost told you to call. I almost told you to ask Miss Pam. I almost told you to do that. Don't get me to fucking crying.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Please. I look like a crazy person on here right
now.
No,
you don't. I can't even tell you crying. When I cry, I'm like, it comes out. All right.
Wow, that's crazy. I can still ask you.
I would say you could also ask. Right, you can also ask.
Juju. Yeah. But one of the things is a TV show in New York. So if I do it, I was gonna just ask you if you didn't mind me spending the night because it's early in the morning.
Oh yeah, of course. Duh. What show is it?
It's something. It looked like like one of them little off-brand shows called Open or something like that. I don't know. I'm gonna send you. I'll send you
whatever
stuff that he sent me. Yeah.
What's
anything?
What's the thing on Spotify? Why is this not working? I only ever click from the link that you provided me.
The Here Now link? It should work. I don't know. Let me see.
Send me that link again. You got like your stage name on Spotify? Is that why?
Yeah, Amanda.
Oh, I'm looking up. That's why. I'm looking up your real name. All right, this shit too. No, because I don't know how to spell. Oh, yeah, you did. You sent me to a cat meme.
Yes, that's where it was sent to everybody when I first did it. It was so ignorant. Like, I said, this is some bullshit. Meow. So everybody was seeing after I posted that.
All right, I got it. Spotify. Oh, Amanda LeRae, not Lady LeRae, Amanda.
No, yeah, my line sister was like, she suggested that I change it. She wanted it to just be Amanda, but she suggested that I change it because she was like, your name is attached to the tail, and a lot of people know you from the tail. So I changed it to that a while ago.
Amanda's tail.
Amanda's tail.
What a different lady. All right, you ready?
Wow. Yes, I am.
And we are back. So, as promised, we used to have Amanda music would end every episode. And I was curating some playlists now. But we got flagged too many times. I had to take it down, and I don't have time for that. Huh?
What music would end every episode? What do you mean?
Like, I would find a song that would, kind of capture what we discussed.
Okay.
It was dope. But then our numbers started to grow.
Great.
And it was like, flag.
Great.
It's getting cease and desist. So, I don't know. So, no more. I don't know how my homegirl does it. She's, her podcast's huge, so they probably got some kind of,
yeah.
I don't know. But anyway, I don't think you'll sue me. I have your permission, right?
You do.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Can you tell us what the name of this is and tell us about the single?
Yes. So the single is called Monster. And right now it's out everywhere on every platform. It's on Spotify, Apple Music, Amazon Music, iTunes, wherever you listen to music. It's actually on a whole bunch of other places that I don't know nothing about. Napster, I didn't even know that was still a thing. Pandora, it's everywhere. You can also use it for your reels and your stories on TikTok and Instagram. So that's cool. If you do that, please tag me so I can repost you.
What's your handle?
Yes, my handle is Amanda LaRae _ and LaRae is LRAE. So Amanda LaRae _ It's the same handle for TikTok. And if you go on YouTube, it is still the same handle, except there's an apostrophe. You'll see it, hopefully. But it is, I have the song on YouTube along with a lot of other cover songs that I've done on there as well on YouTube.
And all of that will be added in the description.
Yes. So, Monster,
here we go.
I don't know, I've been changed, something changed me. I looked in the mirror, but I didn't see me. I ran to find my high, but I'm barely breathing. I don't feel right, must have been them lonely nights and endless cries that turn my heart to ice. You created a monster, a savage, a beast. I'ma do what I got to take care of me. Don't you dare cry, don't you say nothing to me.
Honey. Yay. You have to go and listen to the whole song, y'all. Don't worry, I'll take some of the intro out so folks are waiting. But girl, how does it feel to be home? Welcome home.
Welcome home. It feels amazing. It feels amazing. It feels amazing because I have been working on this for a while, like you said. But my head's just been down, and I, decided a long time ago, our girlfriend Kayla, I think she was the first person to say this. She was like, do it scared. Just as long as you do it, just do it scared. And I was like, you know what? If I just do a little bit at a time, I don't even know. And that's another thing I said to y'all. I was just like, I don't even know. I'm just doing. And with that, to be able to get to this point and see it come out and be like, oh, that just doing did something because I got something done. And this is just one thing of many, but this is a big deal because I have been talking about this and wanting to do this for so long. And I just saw so many obstacles in my way. And I just shut my eyes to the obstacles and just was like, all right, I'm going to just walk. I'm going to just close my eyes and act like there's stuff not there. I'm going to act like I got the money. I'm going to act like, and as I was doing things some kind of way, things were working out. Like some kind of way, I would be replenished. Yeah, the universe had me. So I'm hyped. Like the song came out and people, I don't have much like big celebrity followings and all that right now. Hopefully we'll get there, but everyone who has heard it so far has given me such positive feedback. And the thing I love the most is they love every part of it. Like my dad used to say to me all the time, you're a writer. And I didn't really understand it until I got older. And I'm like, I'm a writer.
So that's a good segue into you wrote the song.
Yes.
As well. What are the lyrics for people who aren't as familiar?
Yes. The lyrics are maybe, oh child, I don't know. Maybe it's the way you're rolling into this home. Maybe it's the way you acting like nothing's wrong. Maybe it's the way you turn it all around on me. She's basically saying you created a monster, a savage, a beast. I'm gonna do what I have to take care of me.
So it sounds like
I'm trying
this
to
is,
listen.
it's fine.
Yeah. Hear the rest of the words.
It sounds
You made
like,
your bed. Get some good sleep, basically.
yeah.
And she says, I looked in the mirror and I looked in the mirror, but I didn't see me anymore. I went to find that girl, but I'm barely breathing. And she's saying that she no longer sees herself. And maybe it was the lonely nights. Maybe it was when I took care of you. Maybe it was when my favorite part is in the second verse when I said, where was that hoe when the money was low? The kids were around and I had to hold your crown. That's my favorite line. I said, oh, bitch, you did that. Because that it really is like, I don't know what thing did it, but something after all this time, maybe I stayed with you too long, something finally changed me. Something changed me. It could have been the lonely night. Something turned my heart to ice. And this is your fault. You created a monster. And I'm
so
gonna
it sounds like a little bit, it sounds like it's personal.
It is.
Sounds like it's a little like autobiographical, maybe. No, I think I'm so proud of you, and I'm really proud that you wrote it because as well, and that you were as honest as you were, because I think that is an indication of you healing as well. You know, I know that the song is about, oh, you created a monster, you're ice cool, you're this, you're not ice cool.
Yeah.
You might have been for like a bit, a second there, a smidge, but you didn't found your way back. Okay.
I done found my way home. Okay.
And I think it's super relatable. I think it's something. I think the whole Amanda, you speak for so many women. Even in Amanda's tale, you spoke for so many women. In this song, you're speaking for so many women and men.
Yes. Can I say? Oh, you go ahead. I'll finish. I'm not going to forget.
Don't forget. And I will say that your story is reflective of so many men and women who are listening right now. There's so many callers who are like, yo, capitalism got me. I'm in this workforce. I don't have time for my gifts. I don't have time for my passions. Hello, I'm one of them. I don't have time for X, Y, and Z. I feel like if I do my passion, then I don't have any personal life and I don't even enjoy it. You know, everything about you, you're like the people's champ. Truly. And people gonna root for you and the universe gonna support you because now you're stepping into this faith. Now you're stepping into come on, God, make a way. Make a way. It's a beautiful thing to see. This is what I tell Shanti all the time. And I think it's hard for y'all to see it. It's easier I guess for the outsider to see it. But like you're making a fucking way, yo. And it's amazing. And I'm so fucking proud.
Thank you so much. And you spoke on something that I think people don't even realize it feeds me as much as, they're saying it feeds them, is that relatability. The way that people, that's like the first thing that people come and say, like, girl, I relate to this so much. I can relate to this. And, that's why they connect. But then I went to work, and shout out to Muhammad Dude. He walked up to me, came to my classroom, like, Amanda, yo, man, I listened to the song, and he was like, I remember when a girl she said something like this to me. He's like, it's so crazy because I can relate to this. He was like, I didn't even realize she told me such and such, so to have the males be able to relate to it because they're like, oh, wait, is this what this does to you? That was so cool to hear a male perspective. And that they can relate to it in a way too. And that feeds me. The love, the support every time I'm just as hyped every single time somebody says I'm listening. Like my, I have so many friends and coworkers who are sending me videos of themselves listening to the song. And it really tickles my heart like it's the first time every time. And like you said, to know that there are people out there, I know that though. So many of us are battling that thing between having to survive and provide for ourselves, kids or whatever. But we all have these gifts and these things. And I told a lot of people, I think the thing that's driving me the most is my fear of disappointing myself. I don't want to leave this earth. I don't want to disappoint myself. And I never, the older I got and the more I do kind of feel like time is against me. And I know everybody's like, oh, don't feel like that. You don't know what can happen tomorrow. I'm sorry. I'm watching the things that have happened, especially as a teacher, seeing some of my students fall, you know, and lose their lives so young, seeing the things we saw during COVID, seeing just things. The older you get, you see so much more of just life just gone. You don't want to live in that fear, but you do want to say, okay, right now, I don't want to waste any more time. I don't have any more time to waste. If I do one small thing a day, maybe it'll add up to something. I don't want to disappoint myself. I want to be proud of myself. And I don't know, girl.
I'm writing this down. I've been.
I hear you tapping away. Your little cute.
Sorry,
fingers.
I'm writing down some things that you're writing as possible clips and as we don't have a producer, as possible clips and of possible titles. You said I don't want to disappoint myself, and then you said fuck. You said right now. I don't.
Yeah.
Anyway, I forgot.
Said,
I'll go back and listen to it. It's fine. It's fine. Yeah. I don't want to mess this up.
But you, it makes me think of you and everything you're doing. You don't see it either. You do not.
No,
I don't.
Doing. I don't think I will see it until I get back to singing as well. Even I'm not singing around the house anymore. Yeah, I finally, my excuse used to be that, and I have to figure out what that's about. What shame do I have? I think my stuff is more rooted in, I don't even know if I can anymore. And I'm surrounded by so many incredible singers that I'm like, I ain't singing. Fuck y'all. You know, like it's very easy for me to be like, and the music that I sing, it's not R&B. It's jazz, it's blues, it's standards. And not everybody wants to hear that bullshit. But it's like when I would sing with Black, when Black would force me, he'd be like, I'm literally not going to talk to you anymore, which is tricky. But it was what he knows is what I need. He knows it's what I need. I'm not going to talk to you anymore. Yeah, you can come visit me. You come to the studio and sit right here. And he would just do his doodles and ignore that doodles. That's rude. But he would ignore me. And then finally, I remember singing and I felt so good. And then I got into my head as soon as he was like, I want to post it. No, that was wrong. I should have held that longer. Oh, I took a breath there and I started to critique everything and analyze it and pick it apart. And there was no space to just create because it was somehow for the consumption of others. And so that's what I'm managing. And I'm glad you brought that up because I want to challenge. I have a challenge for both of us.
Okay. Yeah, because our thing is the same. I don't know if you noticed, but
I know that you say that about your voice and it drives me crazy.
Oh no, that's a whole nother thing. I really did damage my voice, but that's from choices that I made. But I've built my own fear around singing live as well. Like recording myself singing and
so hard.
It.
And hearing
What's the challenge? Yeah, and hearing it. I will pick every
I posted 2 little things and I was proud of myself and I ran off the internet.
Beautiful. People were in love.
I know. And I still listen to them like, I know we're not well. It's that artist shit. But you have to do it scared, right? So I have a challenge for us, Amanda. When we were in Philly, when Jasmine had first text us and we came to see Miss Pam, she wasn't home yet. She was still in the hospital. And she was chatting us up and being her funny self.
Yes.
I'm still laughing at her. All I can think about is the ear. She was like, those earrings sharp, Shanti. It's some earrings on your site I want. Like she was, oh my God. That lady is so funny. She was so fly and funky. But I remember sitting there and she said, you know what I want? It's just out of nowhere. And you were there. You were next to me. And she was like, I would love to go to New York and see y'all sing in a real nice place, like that place you used to work at. And I had the heart to tell her, like, I did that before, Miss Faye. I sang at that very place. That's where I released my record. But she was like, that's what I want.
Release your record.
Yeah. Okay. But that is something like she was like, I would love to see that. And like, you know, good music, the music I like. Talking about jazz.
Yes.
And so I have a challenge for the both of us. I want either us to do it separately or together. I don't care if nobody comes.
To do that.
I don't care if it's a room of just our friends. But I want us, it could be a small space here. Mm-hmm. We put our little coins together, get our little band, pick a couple standards, and just fucking do it. Because that's what Miss Pam wanted.
Yes, I would absolutely love to do that.
I'd be terrified to do it with you, but I do it. I'd be like, I go first.
Crazy. I can't stand us. We do this to ourselves. Like you have a unique voice, and the thing is, I understand what you're saying when you say my voice is specifically built for certain genre. And that is true. I honestly feel like my voice is specifically built for certain genres too. But I in this last like 2 years, I've been challenging myself because I don't want to be stuck in just that. I've been challenging myself. But what I do well is singing, like the old school stuff. The like you said,
a good power ballad, a good Whitney
power ballad, a good Whitney. I good like, and we can go back. We can do Ella. We can do like the old school stuff. The Alita Adams and the you know right. That's what I do.
Regina Bell.
Yes.
I have a Regina Bell song I want you to cover.
Please send it to me. And that's the other thing. If people request covers, I do them. But I understand that. But I just feel like that's another thing that someone spoke to me about. Like, so what? Do what you do best, and it will reign supreme. It will. If you do whatever it is that you do best. There's people out here that have like bubble competitions. I always think to myself, like, who blowing bubbles? What, like, and then so it just makes me think about, if you do what you do, you don't know what that's going to do. What is that young lady's name? Because I don't want to say it wrong.
Samira Joy.
Girl,
that angel.
She is out there winning.
Girl, she needed to, because she's the most beautiful.
Rihanna.
And she don't.
She's singing.
And I don't ever want to hear it. She's singing.
Right.
That's Sarah Vaughan reincarnated.
Sarah Vaughan. And that was my girl. That's who she is. And she is out here winning because that's what she does.
Samira deserves everything.
So why can't you?
But I just want to do it for myself. I just want to do it.
Yeah.
And I think for the first time, I never said I was a singer. If you think back, I never said that. Yes. I've never titled myself that. I sing, but I never said I'm a singer. I never stood real 10 toes down in that. Because there's just this thing that I'm like, are you? Because I hear all these other people and girl. So, and that's something that I have to get over that. What?
But so can I ask you, are you a singer?
Not right now. I don't know. If I'm being honest, no. If somebody asks me, are you a podcaster? I say yes. I'm 10 toes down in this shit. I'm doing it. I'm doing the thing. you know?
But so if I asked you, are you black and white? Isn't something that you have to do?
This is tricky. I'm black. You can't be black and white. We talked about this on my stories.
These conversations. Yes,
it's okay. You can't be both black and white. I have a white mother.
Okay.
But I'm a mixed black woman.
Got it. I apologize.
Don't start the race wars, because they was coming for me on the internet.
I did not. They know I listen to snippets. I don't listen.
No, I love it. I be like, y'all do not need to listen to Around the Way Curls. You know how crazy we are.
Yeah, no,
you ain't got to listen 3 hours a week.
All right. Well, whatever. Okay, so I'm just trying to say, like, if I say that is a part of who you are, And you can say, yes, I'm Black. In your heart of hearts, like, is it a part of who you are? Are you a singer?
The resistance that I have, and let me tell you, and it breaks my heart. It makes me want to cry. If I'm being honest, it breaks my heart.
Okay.
Where right now I'm like completely resisting that, and if I'm gonna be honest, I'm resisting it because I don't feel like I'm good enough. I don't feel like. I don't know. I think that I've spent so much time. I think that musical theater world really fucked me up too. But I think I spent so much time just comparing myself to everybody else.
You were amazing. I came to either one or two of those shows. You were amazing.
No, I mean, of falling out of love with it because I wasn't happy doing that. And then really what fucked my head up in terms of me not thinking I'm good enough was being in the jazz space because they try to haze you. And they want you to think that you're not good enough. And there's a certain way to sing jazz versus not the purity shit. And so my head was just all messed up and I just cowered. And I just, in the spaces when there was things, in the musical spaces, I know that I've shrunken myself in a way that breaks my heart.
Yeah.
But saying it and admitting it publicly is a step. Yes, and I am and I'm willing to do this scared. I think that we can both be each other's security blankets a little bit. But I also, when Miss Pam said it, it broke my heart like, oh my God, you never saw me perform as an adult. Mm-hmm. And so I want to figure that out. I want us to figure that out and have fun and do it for the art of it.
I would love to do that. Like, absolutely love. I would love to do that. And it you know, I'm always looking for a reason to go back to my roots and sing what I really sing. So, and then to do it with you and whoever else. Are you saying you and I?
No,
or saying the whole group?
You and me. That's it. Okay. No, who the hell else? Oh, Kayla. Because Jasmine, Jasmine can't even come.
Girl, I know.
So I will send you the video.
Shrinkage, when you speak of shrinkage,
it's hard.
I
understand.
Hard. And then I had a mother, God bless you, Mom, I love you. She, if she ever hears this, she's going to yell at me. But my mom, I'm not sure if the goose came first or the egg. What I mean by that is,
I know what you're about to say.
Yes, my mom used to always say, like, when jazz came into the picture, she would be like, you think you can't, you don't think that you're good because you're around Jasmine. You think that you're not good anymore. You compare yourself to her and you think she's better than you. And she would say it so much. Like, you tell me that I shrunk myself basically because I felt like I wasn't as good as her, that eventually I did feel like, well, I can't do the stuff she does. I cannot do that. And there was a point in time where I was just like, maybe I should shut up because I'm not one of these new age singers that's running all over the place. I'm a tone person. I'm a powerhouse person. I'm a passion person when I'm singing, but I give you a run here and there. I'm not a Jasmine type, so I eventually did start feeling like maybe I should sit down and shut up because I can't do that. But I started coming out of that because I started being like, well, look, I can't do that, but I know what I can do. So I'm gonna just do that. And I'm gonna train myself. I have been training myself to do other things that I want to be able to do. And that's been cool because I have been seeing my voice be able to do some new stuff. And that's cool. But girl, I feel you. And if she did come, I'd be like, never mind.
Get out. Get the fuck out. Love you, but go. This was for your mom, not you. Could you imagine? This was for Miss Pam, not you. Please go home. Sorry.
You're not a part of this? For your mom? I would love that. And I would love that for you, especially. I'm not even sure that I need to do it. Maybe I need to just come and sit and you.
No, I would like for you to do it. Shut the fuck up. Miss Pam said both of us. Just so you know. She said both of us.
Well, I'm down.
All right, so y'all, you heard it here first. We're gonna figure that out. Again, I found some journal prompts. It wouldn't be me if I didn't research some shit.
Mm-hmm.
And so I want you to finish a couple of these sentences for me. Okay?
Okay.
Music is.
Therapy.
Music is not.
One thing.
Music feels like.
Freedom.
I enjoy making music that is.
Human.
I feel stressed when I try creating music that is.
Not me. Music that's not me.
I feel relaxed when I create music that is.
Music that is me.
Listen, we getting to something here.
Listen.
I've always wanted to try creating music with.
I've always, say that one more time.
I've always wanted to try creating music with.
Is this a person or a thing?
Whatever you, this is a prompt. This is an open-ended question.
I've always wanted to try creating music with an orchestra.
Wow, I love that with Shirley Bassey. Oh,
girl, you already know.
Oh, I know, girl.
I swear, I just said it yesterday again. Yep, with an orchestra.
I think it would be interesting to combine my music with
other artists. Other artists.
Like who? Anyone specific?
Oh, that's a great question. Well, I would love to actually do something with Jess, even though I would be on a track like this.
Girl.
But I would love to do something because whenever we sang together in high school, our voices are
y'all
really
always
cool
sing together.
Yeah.
Your voices sound beautiful. I will never forget being in Punta Cana with y'all.
Girl,
crazy
we were
asses.
in Mexico, Cancun,
singing a cover of Crazy, right?
Crazy. We were singing.
That's all y'all. Everywhere y'all went, y'all was screaming that. But it sounded so dope. It sounded y'all was drunk, so it sounded crazy sometimes. But it was dope. It was really so dope. Good. Yeah.
Especially when we're in that bathroom with those acoustics and then Jazz.
Oh, it was the bathroom on the first floor, not even our bathroom.
No. Nope. We were as loud as we could.
Loud. Heard you in the restaurant. Like, oh my God.
What a time to be alive. Oh wow.
That was the best trip still in my head.
Trips. Agreed.
Yeah.
Agreed.
By far. Okay. Just two more. If I had 5 minutes and unlimited resources, the music I would create would be. I don't know why it gotta be 5 minutes.
Right.
You gotta rush me.
Exactly what I was about to say. 5 minutes.
What's this journal prompt? We scratching that. If you had unlimited resources,
okay,
the music you would create.
If I had unlimited resources, the music I would create. The music I would create would be, I don't know how to answer that one. If I have unlimited resources, the music I would create would be probably with, in the best studios with the best world-renowned producers. DJ Khaled. Make me a hit. Make me a hit.
That's who you would, of all the producers, the living producers. You said, not Quincy Jones.
I mean, yeah,
not
Jones. Yeah, okay.
Look, I got quiet. Who else produced?
Yeah.
Wait, who's the dude? I love him though. No, what's his name? He worked with Jazz all the time. I love him. Black dude, heavyset dude. He's so good. He did a lot on the first album. Anyway, it'll come to me.
I don't know, but yeah, him too. DJ Khaled, because anything he touched is a hit.
And don't mean I want to listen to it.
That's true.
Well, maybe you're not an up-tempo girl, Amanda.
See, I know, right? That's
not everybody is. I'm a ballad whore too. I don't want to hear nothing. I don't want to sing nothing fast, especially jazz fast. Then it's just swing.
Wow.
It's like, no, I don't want to do it. Yeah. I'm a ballad whore. You about to feel something.
Yes, that is me. That's
we could groove.
That's where I reside.
But maybe it's a groove. I think a great thing too is to go on SoundCloud. I love the SoundCloud artists that do these Sade mixes where they reimagine these Sade tracks.
Yes,
I'm like, oh my God, this live? Are you kidding?
Yeah,
What?
you put me on for sure.
All right, last one. Finally, I love to share my music with
the world.
The world.
Yeah, I just love the more I get it out there and I people listen to it, and thank God I get positive feedback. I don't know what the negative feedback is gonna be like, but
Girl,
it feeds me.
It's tricky.
It feeds me. It's tricky. It's tricky.
It's tricky when that negative feedback comes. When that bad rating comes, you read that and that's what you stay with now. Trust me.
But that does remind me, and I think this is important too for what we were talking about earlier, that and my girlfriend Precious Sales, she always makes sure she reminds me of this, that although I feel like I changed the trajectory of my life and decisions that I made kind of threw me off and messed me up and blah, 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 there was a certain kind of molding and shaping that I needed and that I still need, but that I know happened through those hard lessons. And she's always like, you know, you needed that before you got into this next step. You couldn't go into that world of entertainment as soft and as vulnerable as you were. You needed to go through what you went through with this person and that person and this and that in order to develop a harder shell, and in order to find your voice so that you can put your foot down in that world and say, no, I don't like that. I don't want it this way. And she's absolutely right. Because, you know, we've had this conversation a lot. I'm finally learning, and me not using my voice has gotten me into a lot of trouble in a lot of areas. That's a whole nother conversation. But as a child and a young adult, and not being able to say no and stop, or I don't like this, or I don't want that, you know?
Right.
So her whole thing has just been like, you know, as crazy as this journey has been so far, you needed those lessons. And I think looking at life that way does something for your perspective too, because that is absolutely true. I'm sure I have more to go, but let's say my life changed tomorrow and I got into this entertainment world. I'm ready to slow down the fast talking people and say, hold up, I have a question about that. Hold up, I'm not sure if I like that. Yeah. No, I'm not okay doing that. And there was a point in time when anybody could have got over on me because I wasn't doing that. So I know that what I went through served an absolute purpose as well. So people who are going through stuff, just know that, you know, as crazy as it may seem, if you can find a lesson in it, there's a purpose in that too. And you can use that as your fuel, because that's what I'm doing now.
I love that. That's like perfect. It's perfect alignment. It's perfect trust in the universe. It's gratitude. It's you choosing. You could choose to see it another way. Yes. And you're actively choosing to see it in the way that you're seeing it, and to be grateful and to learn from it and to see the way that God's plan. Shout out to Khaled. I say his name wrong. They make fun of me. How you say it? I said Khaled. I said it right? Right. Then what did I say before that they was making fun of me?
Unless we both say it wrong. I don't think so. DJ Khaled.
Okay.
Did you say Khalid?
No, I definitely didn't say that. No, I know I didn't say that. I know I didn't. I'm thinking about it. I said it on See the Thing Is. I can't remember now. But anyway, it's perfect alignment. And listen, the net is there. We just got to fucking leap. And that sounds terrifying.
Yes, girl.
I say all this, y'all, but I don't do it. I'm really sitting with that, and I'm sitting with it. It's like,
do you feel
I'm
like
doing.
You don't do it?
No,
I feel like
I'm in complete control with the podcast. I'm in complete control.
But inch
you
by
fucking kidding
inch.
me? This ain't a leap. It's not. It's not a risk. it's a commitment. It's not easy,
but the thing
but
is,
I don't feel like it's a risk.
You didn't start here though. In the beginning, it was a risk. In the beginning,
how
it's just because you started to sacrifice and give up a lot to do this. You still do, because you still have to work that job that wants your blood, like in your bone marrow.
They got it too. They got it.
I mean, like, you still are sacrificing and up and whatever, because I'm outside of hopefully your love for doing the podcast. I'm sure you're hoping that it grows and it is successful in a certain type of way. But I watched y'all start to develop this from the muscle. Those are those little steps. So maybe now what you want is changing, or, you know, other things are coming in that you want to see happening. You're just in the beginning of those things.
Yeah. I think that, yeah, I'll sit with that. I won't dispute it. Maybe I'm not explaining myself right. I think with the pod, and people are like, oh, you take a risk on there, like saying how you feel and being vulnerable. I guess that doesn't feel like a risk to me, because I could argue my way out of I could argue my way out of a lot of things. Or I could say, oh, I was wrong. Okay, cool. And apologize and keep it pushing. That doesn't feel like a risk. Because I guess, I don't know. But to open your mouth and have music come out of it, and to have people reject that, that's different.
Yeah.
That's completely different. Then you might not like something I said, and I get flack on here. I'm definitely the one that gets the flack on Around the Way Curls. Believe me.
Yes, you do.
But I take it. I'm able, I think, to take that a little more in stride. Whereas, because it's not that personal, I'm learning in real time. For some reason, I have a hard time translating that with, oh, I'm working on my craft in real time. That's difficult. That's difficult to know. As an artist, you're supposed to put out the best thing, or the performance is supposed to be the best. I'm telling you, theater world got me fucked up. It's supposed to be immaculate always. And so if it's not, and that's the craziest part. The thing about me is that, like, and it's probably just from not practicing enough, from being so scared. I have a great ear. I hear when I'm wrong. And in the moment, to hear that and then keep going, that's a whole other thing. And you know that as an artist, when you like, fuck, that was not clean. And now I got to keep going and stay committed to this song. Yeah. It's hard. And it's deeply personal. And that is probably the most personal thing that I could share with somebody. Anybody, I think.
Are you talking about singing live?
I'm just talking about singing in general, singing around anybody. Yeah, I mean, just singing. It's so deeply personal and terrifying that I won't do it for myself. I'm where you were. I won't do it for myself in the house. One, I don't like the acoustics in here. It's not giving what I needed to give. I'm like, even in my bathroom, I'm like, there's no reverb in here. What is happening? Why? But really, it's such a block. There's such a blockage. And to anybody listening who you have that thing about you, whether it's, you know, you are an artist when it comes to how you do people's hair, to you being a fucking nail tech, killing it, to you, like, all of these gifts we have. There's so many people. There's a woman, Michelle, I hope that you are back at your piano playing. Michelle is a listener she was down since the natural hair blog. Been riding with us, has come to Philly for our events, like a real beautiful fucking woman, talented as fuck. And anytime I talk about abandoning my art and abandoning part of myself, she reaches out and she relates. And I want to see you back at your piano. Like, all of these things, you don't have to do it on the scale that Jasmine's doing it. I could never sing in front of anybody else but myself for the rest of my life. But it would be such a, what do we always say? not an abandonment. The word's escaping me, but it would be such a disservice to not at least do it.
Yes.
And Amanda, you are doing it. You've gotten over that hump. You faced whatever the things are, and you're doing it anyway. You might still feel some of the shit, but you're doing it anyway. And I'm so proud of you. I'm in your fucking corner. Anything you fucking need, if it's in my power. Girl, I hopped on Jazz thing real quick. I said, I'm so happy you posted that, but let me get on there and put the link because you didn't add the link. Let me go ahead. I got the art. Is it cool, girl? She said, go ahead. Girl. Like anything you need. I was like, let me hold your platform real quick, Jazz. We gotta push something.
You're right. I know that's right. I appreciate it. So.
And it's everybody. It's everybody. Shanti was so happy when she was like, "Who are you recording with?" And I told her, I was like, "Amanda, we gotta talk about." She's like, "You're gonna promote the single?" Oh, like so hype.
Yes. Oh.
Sorry. But just know that, like,
thank you.
You know what? That I apologize, everybody listening to this. It's Flatbush and they double park. Go ahead.
Nothing we can do. I want to say too, thank you so much, and that's why I love y'all. I think that y'all support is the thing that, like, it's the wind beneath my wings. Okay, just Celine Dion all day.
She didn't sing that, but okay. Don't mix up our white queens.
Oh,
that was Bette Midler.
Bette Midler, my bad.
Was that her? Let me look it up.
You're right. It was Bette.
You acting like Shanti.
You know what? I was thinking of Because You Love Me. I apologize. Celine Dion's Because You Love Me.
Yes.
Bette Midler, Wind Beneath My Wings. Thank you so much for the correction. I apologize. Get it together. You're crazy. But I think you are making big strides. I know how you are. You try to hurry up and brush stuff. You done talked about it enough, so now you try to hurry up and brush. The fact that you are speaking about it and acknowledging it is a big step, and that's all it is these little tiny steps. One day you're going to do a hum or two inside your house and you're gonna hate it. You're gonna hate it. But you're gonna do it again. Ooh. You're gonna do it again, and then you're gonna do it again, and then you're gonna do a little more. That literally, I am discovering that is how it works. That is how it works. You got to get to the bottom of that and figure more of that out. But while you're doing that, just do a little, as you're going to do a little bit at a time. I'm not even asking you, you're going to do it. You're going to do a little bit at a time. And eventually you are going to be singing again, like you should be. Because at the end of the day, you were blessed with a voice too. You're being disrespectful. You're disrespecting it. Look,
can you hear this?
Just go through the same thing. No.
I'm so sorry. Somebody is.
Oh, yes, I can.
You can. Somebody was FaceTiming me, and I was hoping you couldn't hear it. It's somebody that I really want to answer the phone for too.
Go ahead, girl.
No, I'm not. I can't. Continue. I've called them back
too. And I know who it is.
I got so distracted. I was like, anyway.
You couldn't even
I was hoping you couldn't hear it. Anymore. Listeners, I apologize. This is unprofessional.
Toxic.
Oh my God. I don't know if it's toxic. My phone rang. Yes. Continue, Amanda, before I end this episode. I will end this episode so quick. And we're done. Everybody, please make sure you follow your fucking dreams and never give up on your gifts. Gotta go, bye.
Oh no.
No, I feel like they got the inside scoop on something that I want to know about. Because our girl is away. It's somebody that's away with our girl.
Too. Yeah, I want to know about
I think it's good news. So
you do?
I do, but I call them back. It's just everybody doing amazing things in my fucking friend group fly shit. For real, let me gas up my friends real quick. Amanda got motherfucking single out. We got a motherfucking Grammy winner in our group. Shanti is out here as a business owner, and y'all will see what the fuck she was just doing. Mandy is out here being a fucking mogul. Jada Ball Jades is out here being a motherfucking chef, and she got like 18 podcasts doing her thug thizzle.
Doing her
what else she doing? And she got a pant. She is so Caribbean.
She does
She got a
everything.
pant
Every
line.
time I turn around, that girl is
She's doing something else.
and killing it. Like
And
not
killing it.
half-assed
And
nothing.
no, and she
Killing
out here
it.
with her own fucking business. Just bought a fucking house. People are doing their motherfucking things. So
And
shout
Antoinette
out
is out
to them.
here doing the podcast on everybody else's podcast, just doing her thing too, showing up, hosting amazing events, looking fine as hell everywhere.
Ooh.
Girl.
Jazz was like, you finally found something where you could just run your mouth. She was like, it's perfect. You just run your mouth. That's perfect for you.
So true.
Anyway.
That's true.
Amanda, I love you so much. Everybody, the single is Monster. It is available on all streaming platforms. Please download it, listen to it. Check out you guys send me all the links to everything. Check out the links in the description. You can see Amanda singing covers, doing her thug thizzle. Yes. But yeah, and then stay tuned. Me and her gonna skibbity bop bop ba deep somewhere.
We sure are. And I do have a show coming up September 27th as well.
Oh, plug it, girl. I didn't know. I'm sorry.
No, I forgot.
Where is it at?
I forgot.
Where is
it's
it
in
at?
Philly. I don't know the name of the place. I gotta ask. But it's in Philly. I'm gonna be posting it, so please follow my socials.
See a pattern here with the type of friends that I have. They don't be having the information. It's big Shanti energy. I'll be like, girl, where? She's like, All right, well,
September 27th. That's all.
If you get that information, that will also be in the description. But make sure you tell people where they can follow you again too. That'll also be in there. Yes.
So Instagram and TikTok are the same. It is Amanda LaRae _. That is Amanda, and LaRae is LRAE _ on YouTube, it is Amanda LaRae. Please remember that LaRae actually is L''RAE when you're typing it in.
Just go to the link.
Yeah, just go to the link. But it is, you can find, I think those are the main places: YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, and you can find Monster on everything. Hey.
All right. I love you very much. I'm very proud of you. Y'all, I hope this was an inspiring episode for you.
Yes.
All right.
I hope so.
And with that, we are out. That's perfect. 1 hour and 25.
Okay.
How did you feel?
I felt good. I felt bad that it was like it was getting so deep, but
no, girl, I don't like. Listen,
because Shanti is so entertaining, and
no, Shanti was just on here crying, and Shanti is deep as fuck. I'm trying to tell you, I just picked the clips that are entertaining like that. But she be on here getting to it like, well, what can you imagine for yourself? How do you want to feel in your body? And I'm like, I don't know. No fucking idea.
Oh my God.
Yeah. I need to call. I want to call them. I think I just got a text saying that I can't say it all. Let me. Bye, y'all.
Bye.